dropping things. This isn't good.
You're live, Wilma.
Hey dolls, it's me, Wilma Fingerdew, the not so suety pudding today because I haven't blocked my eyebrows yet. But welcome to my live. So one of the things we're going to be doing is I'm going to be putting on my face. I'm actually going to block my eyebrows out. Not only is it because I am running a little bit behind and I apologize, but also I don't block my eyebrows out in front of people. And the only reason is because I think it's boring. And a lot of people who don't block their eyebrows don't think it's boring. So I'm going to do that on camera. The other thing we're doing today, because it is the 28th of October, shut your face. We're doing Halloween makeup. And I don't mean Halloween makeup. Like, I'm not going to face paint myself like the gorgeous Elena Glam does, because quite frankly, I don't think my bathroom could stand it. It wouldn't happen. But I'm going to be using palettes, for instance, my two only Glamlight palettes, which coincidentally were both given to me by Martha. How are you, Martha? Thanks for coming. So these ones I'm going to be using. I love this one. This is the Scooby-Doo one. The greens in here. Oh, gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I love this. And then this is the more recent one. My last look with the red and black wig this is what I used for that look. Look at how dark this is. Oh my God. I just love this palette. I had so much fun playing with this, so I'm going to do that again. The other things I have are the Unearthly Cosmetics Halloween box from last year. This is the mystery box that started it all for Unearthly. They had 3 palettes. This is the purpley blue one, which is gorgeous. This is the green one, which is gorgeous.
I really like that
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This highlight, this silver here, you could use this as a highlight or a on your eyelid. And the yellow, I'm a whore for yellow. I don't know what it is. I love yellow. Chloe Demure from Save the Victory Roll, she and I have this thing about yellow. And in my opinion, the best yellow out there is from Midas Cosmetics, and they're rebranding. I don't know if they've relaunched yet, but they had this lemonade palette. I still have it. This yellow in here is very chartreusey. You heard me. That was my drag queen name in high school, Candace. Chartreusey. It's got a green cast to it, but it's just such a beautiful yellow. And then my favorite of the quads that they did for the Halloween is this one. I just love this one. I don't know why. But this gorgeous, this is called Dread, this shimmer here. Use this finger. This could be like a cheek highlight. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, they also, speaking of highlights, have these. These are highlights that came in that mystery box. So I'm going to be using this today. There were lipsticks. We'll get to those. Also, the first ever Halloween themed palette I ever bought is from, I know I'm going to get this wrong because they rebranded. This is Unearthly when they were Alien, I think. Hauntingly Glamorous. This is, look at this, Candace. Wait till you see this. It is the most gorgeous. I never use this palette because I'm an idiot, but I love it. And I have used it. But some of these colors are just so gorgeous. So we're hauling that out today.
That's really interesting.
So that's the same company as this, I think.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
They're the same company. This is a different artist. This is actually a collab with this woman. I follow her on Instagram, and I can't tell you what her name is. She's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know what the collab is, but she, if you know what, Candace, this is one of those things. Everyone say hi to Candace Gregoris, my fabulous birthday twin, drag daughter, Alma Fingerdew, and yeah, throw yourself on there. Let them see how cute you are. She put on a Halloween costume.
I'm a cat burglar. All I need is a coat. Because what's a coat for? Shoplifting.
Oh my God, that was the funniest line. Was that last week's or this week's?
Yeah, it was last week.
So funny. What's a coat for? Shoplifting. And what was the quote this week? You just did it. What was it?
Oh my gosh. You know, it'll come back to me.
Yeah.
It's just like when I'm trying to think about it, I won't think about it. Oh, Chloe Demure says that yes, it was the same rebrand. We were talking about
yes. Okay. So this is
palettes. Yeah.
Unearthly when they were Alien, but regardless, this is And Chloe, do you know who that is, this woman? Because she looks just like this, except without, the sutures. But see, that's what I was going to say to you, Chloe. This is one of those things where I would have said to you, oh, we should have had this up on the other screen. But I swear to you, we were talking about this live broadcast, and I said, I can't think of anything I want to talk about we need a screen for, because I'm retarded. And I mean that in an East Coast kind of way, not in a I hate people who have more challenges than others type of way. I'm just saying. But anyway, this is one of my favorites that I never use. I'm also going to be using this fabulous little palette from Saints, Angels, Sinners. This is Over the Moon. This is unofficially a Halloween palette. I don't know if it was ever pushed out as a Halloween palette. But look how gorgeous that is. Yeah, like it's not, to me, when I look at this, like the grunginess of that green is stunning. And this little purple, like the two of them go really well together as like a grungy.
Oh yeah.
And then this brown like is a great deepening tone for all of that. But the green shimmer in there surprises me. This orange one, I don't think it's a duochrome. I'm so bad at duochromes too because I just don't use them. Nope, just a shimmer.
Chloe just confirmed that she didn't know who that person was.
Oh, all right, no worries. It's not Lucy Garland. Maybe it is Lucy Garland. I have a feeling no, it's not Lucy Garland. I know who that is. But anyway, so this is the other one I'm going to be using. Saints, Angels, Sinners, Over the Moon. This is such a cute little palette. I have to say, I'm an affiliate with Saints, Angels, Sinners, so take what I say about Saints, Angels, Sinners however you want. But I don't say anything I don't believe. And one of the things I have to say about Saints, Angels, Sinners is they do the best little, like if you took that away for a weekend, just for like a quick little, oh, we're going away, grab that. You've got makeup for the weekend. You're good. Like they're very well curated is what I'm saying. And they have quite a lot. And understandably, they're not often in stock. They go out a lot. So you see, now we should have had the Saints, Angels, Sinners website up, but I'm not very good at it. So anyway, that's what we're using. So I'm going to start by blocking my eyebrows. Now, here's the other thing. I have a giveaway that I'm doing. I have a giveaway that I'm doing. I have 2 mystery boxes. These are repurposed. These are boxes I had. I don't want you to think that it's a 3M product I'm giving away. But this is, I'm sneak peeking right now. Just sneak peeking. Full. Look.
Ooh,
it's full. It's full. Like, this is heavy. This is at least 3 pounds, easily. And I have 2. I'll show you the other box. There's a different box for this one, and I'll tell you why. Because they don't both have the same things in them. Ugh. Let me get this one. Oh, Jesus, crying out loud. I'm getting weak in my old age. Yes. So this is the size of the other one. Yeah. And when I open it, shut up, I open it like this. There is, I'm just going to take the top out because it's, there is some, I don't want you to think it's as full as the other one because it's a little longer, but I have to get this one. But this is full.
Oh, look, that is full.
Yeah, so I'm going to tease a few things in here.
Hey, yeah.
Not now. Not right now. Let me get my eyebrows blocked and stuff like that. But we're going to be teasing things. I want you to know that there are the 2. They're not exactly the same. For the most part, these both have products from companies I adore. I use them. I use them all the time. I'm not paid by any of these companies. They're not like I remember when I was thinking about this giveaway, I was thinking of things like, oh, I got a mystery box and there was like eyebrow gel in it. And I thought, well, I would never use eyebrow gel. And then I thought, that's when I started thinking about a giveaway. Oh, maybe I could give it away. And I was like, why would I give away something I wouldn't use? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like to give those things to people. Like Candace will come over. She's like, Candace, would you ever use something like that? And she's like, yeah, I would. Like, then go ahead. You know, like it's not like I'm making it special or anything. Oh, look what you can have because I don't want it. And quite frankly, there's a lot of stuff I think that I've had over the years in mystery boxes that are like, meh. You know, it's one of the reasons I stopped shopping at ColourPop because I just did not like their mystery boxes were clearly cash grabby shelf cleaners, and I hated that. I'm gonna block my eyebrows. The first thing you do is I've washed, I've shaved as well. You have to get the dirt off your the oils and that. Like, I mean, anyone does, especially after you moisturize. You want to get all that stuff out of here.
Hello, Lady Jenny.
Oh my goodness!
Martha and Stephanie and Marissa.
She put the hoe in panto, Lady
I
Jenny.
know, it looks so great.
And so this is the first thing I like to do. Also, I had to shave my. I was getting some Wilford Brimley action going on, and I wasn't pleased. I mean, I liked it on Wilford Brimley because he's not me. I would also like to thank Tim Hortons for making coffee. Not that they gave this to us or anything.
No,
Candace, look at you.
and then also look at my nails.
She has 5 different colors on her nails.
Yeah, I did.
If Aunt B's watching, I'm not saying, "Oh, look, Aunt B," like I want that. I'm just saying, "Oh, look, Aunt B." Like, look. What I thought, honestly, Candace, was that you had put more layers on each, so it went from opaque to dark. But very clever. I like that.
Yeah, I like to do something different every time, but not complicated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, the first thing you have to do. I want to apologize for the state of these combs. I have 2 of them, and they're just gummed up with water-soluble glue. I could wash this. I could spit on it and wash. Like I could in my coffee. But I don't know why. I wash my brushes, but getting glue out of the comb, I don't know why. Challenge. But here is the secret to blocking your eyebrows. Don't ask me why. I don't know that the ingredients are more different or not, but it is Elmer's glue purple and disappearing glue. It goes on purple, and then when it's dry, it's clear. And it's so kids can put it on, and then they know where to stick whatever. It's great. But it's also water soluble, and I'll show you why that's a great big thing. But I have used the Elmer's water soluble glue that goes on white, doesn't disappear. Like it just doesn't have that disappearing action. I've used the Elmer's glue stick that is extra strong. I've used the Pretenders that are purple and disappear but aren't Elmer's. They all suck. They all suck. If you are ever trying to block your eyebrows down, and if Steph is here from Not Your Basic Steph watching, because she wants to do eyebrows with me, it's this or nothing, darling. It's this or shave them, kiss them goodbye. You got 2 choices in life. I couldn't get this for a while. I actually considered shaving my eyebrows. Now I want to let you know I don't shave my eyebrows off because I don't want to have eyebrows. Now, that said, I would just like to say I had fantastic eyebrows. I still do, but like in the 80s, I had fantastic eyebrows.
And you know what? It seems like a good time to say that Martha says that you're looking radiant now. And Chloe's also, yes, Wilma's looking so healthy and happy. Makes me happy.
Nice.
So you're looking gorge, babe. So tell us what we're doing. Comb glue.
Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry, as I was just enjoying being flattered.
Yeah, okay. We'll give you more flattery.
So what I do is because we have 2. I'll say it again. So here's the glue. Run it against the hair. You want to get it. Eyebrow hair is horrible. The only thing worse than eyebrow hair is mustache or beard hair. It's like hard wires. They just and they're not easily controllable. And we're asking it not only to go flat against our skin, but in a completely different direction. Now, there is no real reason that I can understand why up. Don't know why up. You could do this way, but I think by doing it up, it's the thinnest. It doesn't add any bulk to that bone area, and I think that's what it is. So once you get the glue on, you want to work quickly while it's still wet. I comb against it. Then I comb the other way. Like I'm just trying to get it covered. You just want complete coverage. And if you're old like me, you got to hold down stuff, or you're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna get this in, and you're gonna and trust me, it's the worst when you're old and your skin just is a victim. So I hold it all down like this, and then I just comb it up. Now, here's the other thing. This is the other tool of the comb, is the spine of it. It flattens everything. So I'm going through with the comb, and then I'm with the spine and making it flat. And now I'm just using that spine just to make sure I'm taking that glue off of there. You're gonna have a lot of glue all over your face by the time you get them down, but don't worry about any of that yet, because we're gonna fix that later. What I just did now is So I'm just going to tell you stuff as I do it, but
Yeah,
it's
do it.
it's not stuff this is what you got to do. I'm just realizing I had glue on my thing, on my comb. You heard me.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting it off. But I glue on my thing and I'm getting it off. Oh my God, I just lost my monetization. So that's all. I was just putting it back. So now I'm going to tell you, I never do this. I never do this.
Never do this.
I never use a hair dryer.
You have to glue off your
But
thing.
here's the thing. Using a hair dryer to put your drag on helps two things. Flatten down your eyebrows and get your eyelashes going in the right direction. So that's my first layer of that. What I like to do with my mirror, because I have a dark background, is I'll hold this up against, and I can see hairs. Do you know what I mean? Like if I can see hairs, then it's not flat. And trust me, if you have hairs, it's gonna just make putting on makeup hateful. The other thing that makes putting on makeup hateful is if you have like a bit of glue you didn't tap down and you, it's just a little bit of dirt, and then it just takes a whole strip of glue off your face. Because you can do whatever you want, but really just wash your face and start again. I don't care if you were almost done, if it was the best face you ever did. If you just pulled off a whole chunk of your makeup like that, glitter or start again. Those are your options.
Glitter or start again.
So now I'm doing this again, and I'm pushing the glue in the direction I've brushed the hairs. And you see, that's quite a lot of glue. I don't really need that much glue, but I like to make sure it's on the hairs. And I'm rubbing off anything off this, so I just don't end up with like something that I want to pull off later and it screws up all the makeup.
You don't want to pull something off later.
So, and then I like to just take my hand for the excess before it dries too much, and I go back and forth just to minimize the spread. I don't know what you would call that. I don't know. Just because all of this is going under makeup and powder, it's not going to be a problem. But if you have too much glue on your face, it'll crack and cause trouble. And you should be. Sorry, I just want to explain what I just did.
First, you said cracking was trouble,
and then I stuck this in my mouth. I learned that from Trixie Mattel, not personally. She didn't know me. And after she sees if any of my reviews of her makeup, she won't want to know me. But she has some great makeup tutorials. And I'll tell you, if you're ever doing drag for the first time, her videos are great to watch because she overdraws everything. It's so overdrawn that you couldn't possibly miss the point. Do you know what I mean? Like the way she does her eye, like all drag queens, if you look at every drag queen's eye, it's the same eye, just smaller. That cheek line that she does, she takes a card and she just goes in with a brown, but it works on her. A lot of queens use that technique and it's fine. But I think that she does one of the best drag queen tutorials. So because this is water soluble, you're trying to mush everything down. She just puts her tongue on it for moisture. You could stick it in a glass of water. It doesn't taste like anything. It's completely safe. And it's just to make it a little slick. So it's not only going on smoothly, but it's also kind of that water will slightly reactivate the glue you just had and it'll help you direct all your eyebrows. Because what will happen is as you're doing this, maybe one eyebrow will lie completely horizontal for some reason. And when you won't see it until you start powdering. Or if that's under your eyebrow and you do a highlight and then you see that one line, no one else in the world is going to see that, but you're seeing it. You know what I mean? So just to minimize any kind of feelings of inadequacy.
Is that all it takes? I just need to be doing this?
Yeah. Trust me.
Oh my gosh, you give me a glue stick right now.
Here's the other thing. I got two of them in a bag. Here's the other thing. And this isn't for everyone. You could use a wet cloth, like just a wet cloth. I use a baby wipe though. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have these baby wipes. I'm trying to get rid of them. It's terrible. Anyway, so I'll just use that. And you can see where the glue kind of starts to collect. And again, I just run my hand so it just fades up. That's all. You're just getting that fade up. And then the other thing I like to do is I run my hand across it. And now I'm going to check this again. not bad. I have a close-up mirror on my mirror in front of me. They're pretty good. So now, again, dip in water, straight across, flat, flat, cold. See how it's drying it?
Yeah.
So, and I like to use the heel of my hand just to go across. It's kind of like when you blot, if you've ever done painting where you have a texture and then you have to fix it up, like even in Photoshop and you put a clean color down, it looks weird. You have to put that texture back in. That's what that does. I feel like running my hand along there gives that glue less of a shine, smooth, and more of a, you know, a human surface type thing. So when I put makeup on, so I'll do that again over here. Just across. Just going to run this, just make sure. I also like to make sure I get the glue from where it starts, like you can see where the purple is. Make sure you blend that up too, because what happens is you'll end up with a shelf of hair. A shelf of glue, and that line will just show up. Like, and again, it's something that maybe only you will see, but because you're doing your makeup, that's going to hang you up the whole time. You're going to be like, son of a bitch. And again, because this goes purple, it goes clear after it's purple. That's how you know it's dry. But I don't want it completely dry because I'm going to take one of these powder foundations. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour. It doesn't matter. Juvia's Place makes one of these. All the companies make one of these. It doesn't matter. It's a powder foundation. I used to have it in a brown, like a reddier color, because I was using it to color correct my eyebrows.
Oh.
But it made them worse. So what I do is I actually have a very, very light one, like the opposite. And because this glue is still tacky, let's put it on here and I roll this. Otherwise, if you don't roll it, it'll just stick. And then you pull all your eyebrow hairs up. And I just put that right across. And look right away, part of the fact that I have a white stripe there. There's no hairs. You don't see anything really. And I'll tell you, I used to spend an hour and still have crappy eyebrows. You just have to, one day, it's like the day you do a perfect eye makeup blend or something, you're like, oh, look at that. Or you do a double cut crease. And it's like, oh, it worked. You're like, it's the same thing with your eyebrows. Like it's a new skill set. P. Louise brush, just love these so much. This powder, this moves, the brush moves the way the feather duster moves in Beauty and the Beast. It just,
oh, cool.
This makes me laugh. La la la. So then, so I take that off, but the glue is there. I'm taking the edges off of this. I'm not really running over the eyebrow. Now, this is the other thing you have to remember. This is water-soluble glue. Right. So you want to set it with powder. The other thing, though, is if you start putting any kind of liquid, like say you use liquid, like I'm going to use a cream base to put my eyebrows and that on. Also foundation, that's a moisture.
Right.
So you have to be careful. Like when you're putting makeup on, and I'll show you as I do it, you just don't want to rub anything with in your eyebrow area.
Yeah, to make the glue,
yeah. So now that I've done that, I just put my primer on. I love this putty primer because it's stucco. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So this is the putty primer. I love this. I put far too much on, but it makes me feel pretty. I get it into the sides here, under the eyes, and across the forehead and the nose here, because those are my worst areas. I don't know if you, I don't know if you've noticed, and you all have, and you're just too sweet to say anything, but that side-eye cam, I tell you, I'm this close to not using it anymore because it's so high definition. It's like I'm all 20 years old and dewy, and then I say something into this, and I'm a 90-year-old hag with lines around. It's like, it's causing me to rethink things.
Chloe's saying that she ordered the liquid putty primer to try.
Yes, I heard about that from Elf. That's the new one. And when is that due to come in? Or you don't have it now, right?
No, I think she said she's got the order in, but I don't know when that is coming in from Elf.
Okay, so.
Oh, next week. Chloe is saying next week. I think that's when the liquid putty primer is coming in for, so she'll know that. So let us know how that goes.
I don't do much else. I moisturize my face before I do all of this, of course. I think that, anybody who doesn't is playing fast and loose or is 12. But I just like to make sure my eyebrows are down. I'm kind of a little sweaty. It was warm here today in Toronto, so I'm just a little more moist than I normally am. So I just don't want my eyebrows. This is where an eyebrow will pop. If you've ever heard a drag queen say an eyebrow will pop, it's after you've powdered them all down. Like I'm looking at these now. I don't know if you can see if I'm close enough, but I have eyebrows that aren't going the right way here. And I just think that's just how they glued down. I didn't see it because this one's fine. But also, I don't know if you can see right there. This is a line where my glue. I'm just going to try and pull it off. But that's where the powder's sitting on a line of glue.
Oh.
And that's the kind of thing that if it's there, you can fuck up your makeup. So, because it's water soluble, this is where you can take your thumb. You heard me. And just a little moisture. And it'll take any, I wouldn't go over the brow itself with moisture at this point, but anything around it that's inconsistent or distracting or, I think that went very well.
And Chloe said she'll do a video with you when it comes in if you'd like.
Oh, all right. I was going to, I knew because it's Halloween weekend, Candace and I kind of last minute decided we would do this. And I was going to ask Chloe if she wanted to join us, but I knew she had Halloween stuff and I didn't want to ask because I also have a Patreon live tomorrow. We do two, I said, a month, and tomorrow's our Patreon live. So I just thought, I'll just leave it for today. All right, here we go. What's this? All right, so here is, as far as foundation goes, if you're a proper drag queen, you're using a Krylon or some other theater stick. I don't have any because they all dried up and died.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're great. They're also expensive. It's like 40 or 50 bucks for one, but they're kind of like one of these, but twice as wide. Like they're a tube, like a proper round tube, and they're excellent. And they come in a really great, because they're for TV. They come in a great range of not just colors but tones. So like olive toned, red toned, whatever your undercoloring is. They're really good. But for drag, it's a wax makeup that is oil based, so you don't sweat it off. And it's great because once you set it with powder, I remember the first time I put it on because I sweat so much, and I thought I'm going to sweat this off in 10 minutes. And I remember I started sweating and I couldn't feel it, but it was running down because it had kind of broke through somewhere on the makeup. Right. It just ran down the surface. Like I was like, oh, it's amazing. So, but during lockdown and everything, it's very hard to get. It's very expensive. And I just thought, and I really fell in love with Juvia's Place foundations. Yeah, they're great. Excellent. They're not that expensive when they have a sale. I always get them on sale. I never have paid a full price for Juvia's Place foundations, but they are excellent. And I use a couple. The first one I'm going to use is Isla, or Isla, ISLA, number 7 something. You get the old Nana glasses out. 730. And so this is just, it's one of the lightest ones. They have such a great range. They have such a great range of foundations, no matter what your skin tone, your also, like, they won't just have a fair or a medium or a dark. They'll have olive toned or cool toned or neutral undertone. You know, like it's just amazing. Anyway, I think so. Anyway, Chloe Demire sent me some. This is a candy corn. It's covered in makeup right now, but a candy corn sponge and a little ghost head sponge.
Those are cute.
Yeah, so I've been using these just the last week to put makeup on. And any Maybelline, I'll tell you, Trixie Mattel uses Maybelline,
Yeah.
and it is good. Like it is cheap. The 24-hour, whatever. It's really, really good. You want to make sure it's a full coverage makeup, no matter what. Also, as a drag queen, it doesn't matter what skin tone you use. Like, it doesn't have to match your skin completely because you're putting so much on. I mean, you obviously want to stay within the recognizable realm of you off stage, so people recognize you, I guess, or something. But like if you're doing drag, like you don't have to. If it's a little darker than your skin would be, or a little lighter, like you're not going to. You're not going to have a weird neckline or something, or people aren't going to watch you at the party go, oh, what happened to you? Like, because it's drag makeup. Do you know what I mean? It's meant to be severe. Because I'm going to show you some makeup that I have here. One of the things I have is the P. Louise. I got this in a budget box, and this is excellent. This is actually my skin tone. Like, this is an incredible match. You can't even see it on my hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it's an incredible match.
That is great.
Yeah, it totally. I'll put it over a bit of my tattoo. This is so good. It blocks out my tattoo.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's excellent. It's just darker than I would like Wilma to be. I like Wilma to have more light on her face, so I like to go with a lighter base like this. But then I bring darker foundations in to create that J-Lo 3D, you know. but I love this. Like I actually sometimes when I'm doing a live or I'm doing like I'm testing stuff, I'll use that P. Louise thing just because I need to use it. You know, it's all well and good to have it, but if you're not using it, then what are you doing? What are you spending your money on? So I'm putting the this lighter one, and I have a palette, but when I'm just putting straight foundation on, I just use this. Now, Candace, what are you doing for Halloween?
You know, I'm not 100% sure. I have not solidified any kind of plans for the night, but I will tell you this. I will say that one of the things I'm thinking about for the day before Halloween, so October 30th, which is Devil's Night.
Yes.
They're at a theater near me. They're going to be doing a screening of The Crow, that Brandon Lee movie. Because, yeah, that movie is a sort of a Halloween movie. It takes place on October 30th.
Yeah.
So, which is used to be when all kinds of havoc and stuff used to happen in Detroit, in the United States. So I think I'm going to at least watch The Crow. And I think I'll also watch, there's this movie in the 80s called Fright Night with Chris Sarandon and Roddy McDowell.
Amanda Bierce was the girlfriend in that.
Amanda Bierce is the girlfriend.
She's so good because she's just, you wouldn't know it was her.
So that's one of my traditions.
I love that. Yeah. Did you see the remake with Colin Farrell?
You know, I did, but it's hard because I think there probably would be a lot of people who would have, if that was the first Fright Night they watched, they would really like it.
Yeah.
Because I think David Tennant is also in that version too, right?
I didn't realize it was him.
Oh, interesting.
Until he took the wig off. I'm like,
okay. Yeah.
Because I just think of him as being so identifiable, and yet just that wig, I didn't see it. Also, you know what? I have to also say, I like to watch movies without really knowing who's in it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like you can't help but know this star, the leads, but I don't really like to know who's all in the cast because then, it's a surprise, but also I'm just watching it, you know?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So Michelle is here. He says, hi, everybody. Halloween, not such a thing in Norway.
No, I guess it's not, Michelle. Yeah. It's apparently Teresa Mulhern said it was Irish, started in Ireland.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because they would hollow out turnips, because it didn't actually start with pumpkins; it started with turnips.
Turnips.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
to us, but you know what I mean. You go
Viewers.
Yeah, then you go a couple generations back. They're Irish also. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I am taking. This is so funny. Bogota number 500 from Juvia's Place. This is quite a lot darker than what I just put on. I'm not putting a lot of it on. I'm also going to use the pointy end of the sponge, but like, see how much darker it is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So now this is going all around the perimeter. I'm going to do under my nose with this. Along the jawline. This isn't dark. It's not going to carve my jawline, but it's going to help define it. And one of the reasons is I want this color in here, this foundation, to be part of the hard contour line. It won't be so stark against the whiteness of this foundation up here. Then I'm also going to use this just here in the perimeter of the face. I just want to get all of these shadows in. So I'm not doing it like right everywhere. I want to take the fullness of my face out for sure. Also, when I do contour, I try and do like a painting, like how does the light go around a neck? I don't want to just have a dark line there. I want it to kind of, when you're looking at me, for it to make sense. So I think you would have more shadow lower here and less here. I also like to go down the sides of my neck to give me a neck.
So Michelle says that I'm loving the cast of UK season 5. The best reading challenge I've seen and heard in years.
No kidding. Yeah, I am watching. I just released my episode 2 review. I'm filming my episode 3 review. I'm trying to catch up. It's just been awful. I've been kind of trying to reclimatize myself with all the new things I have to do and film. I've been going to the doctors more in the last couple of months than I have my whole life. I'm one of those people, I just am never sick. And now it's like, I have to set an alarm to remind myself to take pills because I don't take pills.
It's just a lifestyle change.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been a lot of changes and stuff. So I'm finding, I'm just finding it like I want to do my makeup in movies because it's on Death Becomes Her for Halloween, and I want to have, but now Halloween's next week. Like, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, but the other thing is, I'm not stressing myself out over it. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't get the Drag Race review up right away, there are, like, if people are just desperate to hear what happened, there are other people to watch, and I'm okay with that. But if they want to see what I thought, then I am great to give that to them. But I also sometimes I've done reviews where I've kind of done them quick just to do them, and there's no humor in them. I'm not. I cut down all of the things like my shade, or because that's time. You know what I mean? Like, if you see a review of mine, and I haven't once done this or something, it's because it was like, bitch had things to do. So I don't like to do it that way though, because I want people to get what I think they come to expect from Wilma, and so that's that. That's why that happens. I'm not particularly like I used to stress myself out, and I said to myself, I would never do this if it was a job, because I like doing it more than my job.
Well, Martha says, "Don't stress, Wilma. We need you happy and healthy." And I agree.
Thanks. So I'm just putting a highlight up the middle. This is all cream. Right now, what I'm doing, think of it as like a template for what I'm going to do later. So right now, I'm just putting like, I want white down the middle of my nose. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to do it later. But, if you're going to do it right. I'm going to put a ball at the end of my nose to make it cute. I do just want to pull some of this that I brought up onto my face back a bit.
Right.
So I'm just going to put that there.
Nice.
And then I'm going to highlight my eyebrows with some of this too, but not just right now. I'm going to use an actual white for that. But you see how I'm trying to build the shape around my face?
Yeah.
So now, these are Juvia's shade sticks. I just used the light one. This is their lightest one. It's Bali, I think. No, Tokyo. It wasn't even close. Not even close. Tokyo, which I think is kind of racist. It's the lightest of them. But anyway, it's next to white. They don't do a white, but I like that one. Actually, what I have from Juvia's place is their concealer, which is their very, very lightest, number 24. This is almost white as well. But I do have the e.l.f. Cosmetics white concealer. This is the best white. The best
That's
white.
e.l.f.?
Yeah. The next best white to use, which I usually use the most, I just don't know where I put it. It's here on the table somewhere. But it's the Super Color by Krylon. It's just a little, like a single palette, like pan of white grease paint. I just don't know where I put it. It's here somewhere on the table. I just don't know. But anyway, so what I do now is I take a makeup, like a foundation brush. Doesn't matter what. I could use a bigger one. I just don't have one, and I'm not buying one. So I just want to show you this. This is Zambia, and this one is Congo. I just want you to see the difference in how the color.
Yeah.
They're very different.
They are.
This is very, very dark and cool toned, and this a little warmer.
Yeah.
But I like this. I like to start with the Zambia. I just leave it in there, and I take the brush. And from the ear, I used to do when you contour your face. Oh, we're doing Halloween. Okay, I'm going to do a different cheek. Normally, I go from the ear to here, like a little swoopy thing, because it gives me like a face. It's Halloween. So what we're going to do now is from the ear, I'm coming straight across. So from that ear, but you want it to be, see, I'm so wide I have to, you want it to kind of, but straight across. If you look at any Disney villain, Maleficent, Stepmother, any of them, that's the cheek line. That's the cheek line.
Yeah.
We're going to blend it out. It'll be different. But so now I have 3 hairs right there that won't die. And that's my wig line. I know that's as low as my wig, or as high up as my wig can go. And again, this is me contouring my face. This is called the 3. Do you see how it's a 3?
Yeah.
So you come around to your temple and then around to your cheek. Silly. But it's how you do it. And then again, from the ear. Now I want my chin to be smaller. Like I like to try and make the bottom of my face as small as I can, because it makes my eyes look bigger and then I look younger. And that's, people say, you look so young. It's a lot of makeup and hot lights. But what I like to do is just from the ear here, like I'll show you where my chin is. This is where the bone is down here. And that's all well and good. That's a chin. I don't like that chin. So what I'm going to do is from here, I'm just kind of cutting across the bone area into the jowl. So I meet up with that sharp. Do you see how I have a jowl here, like, and then I have a chin line, like you can actually see a line? I'm trying to create that line. And I create that line by going, it's all visual. Also, you get used to it, but just running this along here into the jowl. Went down a little low. Also, sometimes I'm not good doing something with my hand, but I find if I hold my hand and I move my head, so much better. So much better. I'm just letting you know. So sometimes you do this here and you can go.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I don't know if other people do what I do. And then I'm just putting some extra just here. Again, like where would the shadow be? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I went to art school, so like I think of a Da Vinci painting or a sketch more. If you see the sketches because they're not color, but you can kind of see these shapes happen. So anyway, I'm overdrawing this so I can show you what I'm trying to achieve with a contour. And then,
Do you have time for a quick question?
yes, always.
Salome wants to know.
Salome or Salome?
Well, could be Salome, could be Salome. Depends on the day, I guess. Wants to know your thoughts on Jimbo and All Stars 8.
I thought Jimbo did such a good job. And I need to be very clear. I'm not a huge fan of Jim. At least I wasn't. I feel like how he was being portrayed, it's so terrible. The only drag queens I never call she are the ones with boy names, and it's just the way my mind works. And I hate to not include Jimbo in the feminine pronoun. But so with Jimbo, I feel like there was a lot of misunderstanding. Like Jimbo's a clown, a trained clown performer. Clowning is a specific thing. And the minute I kind of started realizing that with Jimbo, a lot of how she was, made more sense to me.
Right.
Because she's in complete character, because that face is on. That's
Yeah.
a clown. They're not out of that until the face is off.
Right.
And I really started to respect that after the fact. But there were some moments, like I remember that whole thing with Rita Baga, and she just, after she did so well in that first Snatch Game as Joan Rivers, and she killed that. But I felt like she kind of had a bit of a, I'm better than all of you type of thing, which I just was surprised by, because I'm surprised by any Canadian, quite frankly, who does it. Lots of them do, but I just like to think that we're Canadian. We're just a little more, oh, I'm just Canadian, you know? So there was just something about that put me off Jimbo. And then there was also I just wasn't very pleased with how they were coming off on the UK versus the world. Although I did like I've always liked Jimbo's runways, and well, most of them anyway. But when I heard that she was on season 8, I was like, ugh, all right, whatever. And she surprised me so much. Like I'm very happy to say she surprised me. Like she changed my opinion of her. I was really impressed with the work she did. I thought how she handled herself in some of those situations too. Because this is the thing, it's a TV show. There's cameras all around. At what point are you not realizing this is a TV show? Some people are just so vapid. And I think that there can be a lot of that for people who aren't used to those environments. Like I'm around a lot of TV cameras, whether they're pointed at me or not, is regardless. Once I see a TV cameras in the room, I react a different way, because clearly there's work being done. I'm just trying to blend this into the chin a bit.
Nice.
You see, like we're just trying to get that.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
And we're going to build this up with powders later. So this doesn't have to be perfect, but this is just, if you can blend it as much as you can, then you're going to save yourself some trouble later. And again, this is really a template for later. So it doesn't need to be very specific. I'm also just going to go in. This is my light sponge. I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the sponge. And just in here, I just want to take some of this edge out. This is a little sharp.
Daisy X Machina.
Yes.
Getting ready myself, Wilma.
I hate that most of the time when Daisy's doing her live, I'm getting ready or doing a live. But her channel Tube Goddess is book reviews, and it's really great book reviews too. Like I love hearing about books that I've never heard of. Do you know what I mean? Because I do read. So when somebody says, "Oh, have you heard of this book?" It's like when somebody says to me, "Have you heard of this movie?" I'm like, "No, I haven't." So I'm taking the edge out of this now and just it's not so severe. Also, for some reason, because I'm sweaty, my foundation came off a bit. So I'm just going to try and tab that back on. So yeah, so when you're doing, so that's mostly all of this. I know it sounds like, or it might feel like you're doing, why am I putting all this on if I'm only going to put more on later? Or,
Right.
you know, but it's layering and it helps give you that. What is that? It just helps you layer the what's going on. So now with I don't know where I got these brushes. I have a set of these. Oh wait, is there a name on here? No. Oh, MSQ. So these were from Amazon. These are great little like cream like foundation brushes.
Oh, cool. And sorry, what brand did you say those were?
MSQ, I think. It's just a brand that's on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why did I grab that? Oh, so while we're just having a moment here, we're just oscillating the fan because I'm just starting to sweat. So I'm doing a giveaway. The giveaway is happening on Halloween day. I'm giving stuff away, but the deadline is the 30th.
Yeah. Contest closes October 30th. Winners announced October 31.
Now, I've been having some issues with apparently YouTube. They don't like people. I don't know. I had said in my initial request to sign up for it, the things you had to do was subscribe to my channel, like the video, and then say in the thing that you wanted to enter the contest and leave your Instagram handle. Well, apparently that all boils down to a recipe of mistrust from YouTube or something. So what I thought I would do today is I would just take people today. So what I'm saying to you now is if you want to enter the contest, all you have to do is what was it, Candace?
We said to enter, subscribe to Wilma's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe. Like this particular video. So give this one a thumbs up. And then leave a comment on it so you want to be entered. So enter me, Wilma.
Filthy. So now I'm just taking this, and I'm still using this very mid-toned shade stick. I'm just doing my contour. Nose contour has always been hard for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, like I want to show you. Okay, so here's my face. What I'm doing here, this line I'm putting here, is this line here. You see how low? Like, so here's my eye, and here's that orbital bone, and it creates that, your eyelid. You know what I mean? This is where your crease comes from and all of this, but that starts in there. Well, I'm moving my eyebrow up. So this is going to be too low. I'll have too much space. So I'd like to bring my eyebrow, this orbital bone area up to here. So by bringing it up to where my eyebrow actually is, it does a few things. It helps me hide any eyebrow texture in this darker color, so no one will see it. But you see?
Ah, right. Oh, yeah.
And now I'm going to draw my eyebrow up here because I'm recreating the shape of my face. And this is just contour. Like, this is not eyeshadow. This doesn't have to be perfect. But it helps if it's symmetrical. Now, my face, no face is symmetrical. So keep this in mind. If your face ends up being too symmetrical in drag, you're not going to look real. So if that's the look you're going for, like you want to look like one of the Sugar and Spice twins or something where you just have that Bratz doll face on you, then do that. That's fine. I'm not judging it. But if you start to get upset about yourself, like, oh, my eyebrows aren't similar, like, are they really off? Or nothing's even. So cut yourself a lot of slack. And I'm just padding all of this out because so this is the nose contour. And what I like to do with the nose contour is just take it on the brush. And this is one of those moments where if you hold your hand and move your face, it helps a lot. Because I cannot go up and down on my nose for love nor money. I never have been able to. It's not good. But then what I do with it is I brush it down. And it's weird. I have this area here. It's on the other side too. It just won't darken. It's weird. Like no matter how much I put on it, it just still looks the same. It's weird. But yeah, so I like to put it on, then sponge it out. But however you want to blend it, you can blend it with the brush. Doesn't matter. Same with the other side.
Darcy's here.
Hey, Darcy. We were talking about your Over the Moon palette. I'm using that today, among other things. All things Halloween. Oh, so yeah. So for the contest, yeah. Yeah, if you want to enter it, I want to let you know, not a lot of people have entered. And I think a lot of people didn't enter because they were having problems with YouTube. So here's your place to do it. Now, the comments, I'm going to go through the comments later. I'm going to go through them now. But
yeah, and you should have until October the 30th to put a comment on anyway. So you can always go back and put a comment on it.
Or you can message me directly through YouTube if you want. Like, you can just say, Wilma, am I yet? Like, just ask me because I'll let you know. I've had a couple of people that left me messages that said, oh, I couldn't because of, and I said, no, I entered you. You're good. Because I don't want people, it's a giveaway. Like, I didn't want there to be a lot of hoops for anyone to jump through. Because it's a giveaway.
Would it work also too, Wilma? Would it be complicated if people could also email you by the 30th?
Yeah. If you want to email me directly, if that helps.
Because I'll just put up your email address.
Yep.
And then if, then I'll take it down because we want to get a good look at that nose contour.
Yeah, Wilma Fingerdew with 2 O's. Sursly, SRSLY, Sursly, at gmail.com.
Oh, we got a few Enter Me Wilmas.
Yay! Who was it? Trouble?
Well, we had Marissa.
Ah!
And we also had Godiva.
Ooh! All right. Now, I want to say this because it pisses me off every time I watch people. After the end of everyone's makeup, then they go and do their concealer. Concealer, by nature of its name, is meant to conceal. The best way to conceal is by putting it under foundation. So I'm doing my concealer now because it makes me crazy watching people not. So here's how I do my concealer. Here, right down the nose. And you see I've done the cream, right? So we have this brown nose. Like, it looks ridiculous, right? Just gonna fix that. The whole trick to doing nose contour is to not have a lot of brown on the sides of your nose because then you look like a brown noser. You want to wash it out as much as possible, but the only way you can wash it out is by blending it down first. Right. So here we go. So I'm just going to start with my eye. I'm blending this out. This is this area under my eye that I want to be bright. I want it to look like all the light's hitting it. I don't know why that's there. And I'm coming right into the nasal labial area. You heard me. And then I'm just ever so gradually coming up the side. I'm going to leave this side so you can see what the difference is.
Right.
But I'm coming down into the nose. When I do this in powder later, it'll look even better. But and then, where's my elf? Here it is. This is the elf. I put it on my hand because I don't want to contaminate the jar. I'm almost done this. Oh my God. This has lasted me so long. I'm actually going to throw that out because what I'm getting out of here is kind of dry and crusty. But it's fine for what I need. Have these evidence of thought muscles on my face that create shadow right here. So I always make sure that I do the concealer there just to really brighten it.
So smart.
Well, this is the whole thing with makeup. You want to put light where you don't have it, or you conceal stuff by darkening it.
Looks great.
Yeah. I mean, this is just the beginning, right? So, as I say, a lot of this is the template for the powders we're going to do later.
Sweet.
Now I do my eyebrow. Now, the other thing I was going to say with this dark one, this is the Zambia. Is it Zambia? Congo. I'm sorry. This is the darkest one from Juvia's Place, the shade stick. I just want to show you again. Now you can really build depth like you do with eye makeup. Really cut your cheek, like so you just have this.
Right.
I want to speak to the manager cheeks. Good night now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And again, we're doing this now. It'll help build the color later. Take a little of it back just because it's getting a little out of hand. And now, and again, now I could do that here. I could do it up in here, you know, if I want to really get like a sunken in head look, like maybe I'm doing more of a character makeup.
Right.
The contour stick, like contour, I find putting it down in a cream first just helps later, and you'll see why. Oh, as I put all the cream sticks away. Yeah. So now I'm going to take that medium one again, and I'm taking one of these. I like this one for eyebrows. This one here. This is just like a flat brush. I'll try and show you. It's just a flat brush, but it's got a bit of an angle on it,
Right.
like it's curved, right?
Yeah.
So I like this for the eyebrows. I don't like too sharp a line. First of all, this brush is a good width for just an eyebrow.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Like right away, it's going to save trouble right there. And so now there, Julia Roberts and I have the same issue, our eyebrows. And I am just going to say, let me have a coffee. I'm not strong. I have tried every eyebrow in the world. The Candy Muse Square thick eyebrow is my favorite one. I call that my Brooke Shields 80s eyebrow. It's just very heavy. And I love that. And I think my face suits it. The other one I love is Ben de la Creme's, which when you see her, literally her eyebrow comes out of her nose contour.
Yeah.
Right up into an arch, like very much like Cyndi Lauper's eyebrows. Very rounded. I love that. I love that it suits her face. She looks gorgeous. I've done that a few times and I like it. It's not the worst. My eyebrow spirit animal is oh shoot.
Mila Kunis.
Thank you. I just had her name in my head.
I know who the inspiration is.
She has the most
Mila
beautiful
Kunis.
eyebrows. Whoever does her eyebrows for camera, whoever has done, excellent. That said, Scarlet Envy, who I think is one of the most beautiful of the American queens, definitely, has the most beautiful eyebrow. I'm going to do kind of what she does.
All right.
So what she does is, this is very, if you think of the shape of an eyebrow, you have your eyebrow, and then when you pluck it, you pluck this edge out. So your eyebrow mostly, it does arch up or something, but it's mostly the same thickness. Do you know what I mean? It thins out as it gets over here. But so you start, how do I start it? Here, straight across.
Straight across.
Okay. Try and match that on the other side. Now, again, this is the template. We don't have to make these perfect. We're just putting them in so later it's easier. I like to bring this. Now, this, you can see my eyebrow texture here. So I don't want to drag my brush across it because it'll loosen it because this is wet. So I'm tapping on top of it. But I want this section here to be kind of straight. And then what happens is about here, the eyebrow just takes a walk up over here. Like that, more or less. This looks awful.
Cool.
But we're going to clean it up. It's going to be fabulous. But so we blend this up. This is how anyone would do their eyebrow.
Right.
If you're tweezing it, right? You have that solid bit. Now I'm going to fix all this. Like I'm just, as I said, this is the template.
Right.
I'm trying to balance out my eyebrows. So here's where I can be sloppy with them.
I mean, 90% of a good eyebrow is determination.
Yep. And I always, there's the Ben de la Creme eyebrow, the I want to speak to the manager eyebrow, and then there's the Disney villain eyebrow. And this is more of a Disney villain eyebrow to me. So once that's on kind of like that, then I take our lighter cream one. Here's where I would normally do this with white, as it would be white, but I can't find my white right now, and I apologize. So I'm just going to use this because it's the same thing. So I'm cleaning it all up. Wherever I don't like what it's doing, I'm going to hide it under this white. Like for instance, I want this brow to come down more. I'm going to take the sponge that has a bit of that darker contour, just to, I don't want there to be too weird a line there. And then the same with underneath.
Like I'm being so quiet because I'm so focused.
Me too. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it. Now, what I do now, I love an ombre brow, so I like to put this cream at the front, and I start to blend it in.
Oh, nice.
And this will just take that hard edge out of here. See?
Ah.
So now, so we're just going to match this angle. The other side. And again, this is the foundation. This is going to all be done over with powder, so don't spend a lot of time on this. But if you can do your best to do it, get it where you want it, you're going to save yourself so much time later. So yeah, that's mostly it. If you use your fingers, and just let me say this, if you use your fingers, check them before you put them on your face.
Oh, geez,
I'm just saying, I've ruined good makeup by not being more aware of myself. What were you going to say? I'm so sorry.
No, I just wanted to say hello to a few people who are here.
Oh.
Just want to make sure don't miss anyone. Cats, hello, Cat. Hello, Paul Friels.
Hey.
Hello, Kyle Rodriguez.
Hey, Kyle.
And hello, Tara Martindale.
Hey, Tara. Is this Tara's first time on the line?
I'm not sure. It might be. Tara, let us know. Kyle Rodriguez says that the Canada's Drag Race promo came out, and yet again disappointed to find you not there, Wilma.
I'm not ever going to go on Canada's. I just want you to know, for two reasons. Their showrunner doesn't like me.
Okay, what?
It's all right. It's all right. I don't dislike him. I just know from other shows that they've worked on that they've Wilhelmina and I have talked about this before on the live. I'm just saying. Because the other thing is that they haven't bothered to get back to Wilhelmina as Ted Morris, the comedian.
Oh, really?
To be on the show, because he's tried to get his agent to reach out to them, because, you know, for one of those comedy spots, Ted's maybe not a famous comic, but he's A, funny, and B, gay, so he'd be perfect for like one of those, you know what I mean? Like just you know. Also, he's wickedly funny. I think he'd be a great person to help somebody write a better joke. Okay, so there it is. This is more or less the foundation. This is what I do every time. Sometimes better than others. The difference between this and, I'm just looking right now, I can see this eyebrows are just a hair off. So I'm just going to fix this now. It's amazing how much of a difference just a little change can make. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, so this doesn't have to be perfect. This is not the end. We're going to be fixing it. The first thing that we're going to be doing is I like to take some white powder.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Made bad choices in my life. This is Maron setting powder, but I put it in an old airspun container because it's bigger.
Right.
The Maron one was small and it's stupid. And I love these triangle things. These are the best. I do this to set under my eyebrow because I want this to be white. So I set it with white.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. And this white kind of really does take over. So it's a good product to use. And then because of this triangle, again, I want some light in the middle of my face. So I take the triangle like this, like that.
Ah.
Then I take the round end. Done. And then, again, I'll take the triangle for under the eyes. And I try and get it down one side first. So this side, so I'm going to do this. And that's my bake. I'm leaving that there so it catches everything. But now you see how I'm building up the side of my nose with this white? So now I'll take the other side of that and get the powder on that side and then just do the other. And again, because this is triangular, I could just, I'm going to take the round edge just to put it just a little bit more.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
But yeah. Now, again, with the triangle, because it's got a line on it, you can do this with anything. You don't have to do this. You can fold a big puff into it like this and do this. It's fine. That's fine. But I would much rather have that line. You see what I mean? Like it's just a better line. So I like to put that there just because it highlights under the things. And that's the end of the white powder.
Oh, so Wilma, I just wanted to throw this out there and let everyone know we've got about 20 minutes left on the live.
Ooh.
So if anyone has any questions they want.
Well, before we get started, I need to preview a couple of things from the.
Oh, well, then absolutely, let's do that.
So I clearly am not going to get all my makeup done today. I'm so sorry I'm running behind, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have given you a better
So now
time.
I'm just doing my setting powder. And this is going everywhere. This is the air spun. This air spun, though, is in a dusty rose because I find sometimes the white powder is too stark. And I feel like once I look at myself on camera, it's too stark. Now, I'm going over the white powder, but the white powder is against my skin. This isn't against it, and I'm not rubbing it. I'm just patting. So I'm trying to get this setting powder everywhere because that's, and again, just under here. And we're going to be doing stuff with this. All right. So in finishing this, I just want to say, when we've done our face, we will then go in with our contour powders and blushes and highlighters and all that and do it as normal. But now what this has done for me is it's given me that bone structure that most people start with when they're just putting makeup on. Like this is, I wanted makeup for this face. So that's it. So I would like to just start by saying, if you're familiar with the Wilma Fingerdew wall, you might notice something's not there.
Something's not there.
Does anyone want to guess? Can somebody see that something's not there?
Okay, so just say, who knows what's missing from being black giraffe? What is not the...
Well, I wanted to say that the very first thing that I ever bought Wilma when I started the Wilma Fingerdew videos was I saw Alaska. She was doing her makeup and she had this mirror. Big square mirror, but it lit up. And I thought, that's fabulous.
It is.
And I couldn't tell what it was. And I searched and searched and searched and searched and searched. And then I found this company, Impressions Vanity. They do makeup room furniture, vanity mirrors, the whole shebang. And I bought myself the Hello Kitty light up mirror.
That is stunning.
I love this. Now, I want you to know this is not new. This is like,
okay.
I've had this for 5 years, but it's been sitting on the wall.
Well, it's probably impossible to find one now.
Well, no, I think they still sell these. They're about $90, I think, American.
Okay.
But this is in the box. The instructions.
Oh my gosh.
I have the instructions,
so cool.
the original packaging, the cord, and this is still charged. I don't know. I don't remember. It's
That's
years
cool.
since I last charged this. And it's just one of those things. I never use it. And I was just looking at it one day. I was trying to think, I need to, and quite frankly, I have to be honest, it's in my way.
It's in my way.
The base. Oh, also, I want to point this out with this mirror. This mirror, so here's the mirror. You can hold it.
Okay.
But it also has a base that's magnetic. So I can angle this anywhere. It's a fabulous travel mirror, and it's hard to pull out of the thing.
Okay.
But so it's all here. I cleaned it as much as I can, but I think I might have stained it with a bit of makeup.
Is that in one of the boxes?
Yes, it's in one of them. And I'm just saying that if somebody, there are 2 mystery boxes. This mirror is in one. And I think we need to tease the other box because it has a mirror too.
We need to have as much box teasing as possible.
I don't want to say I almost threw up in my mouth a little there to disparage boxes because none of us would be here if it weren't for a good box. But still, barf. So as I said before, I am only putting things in these boxes that I love. I love Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty. Here's my vintage Hello Kitty. I got this at a garage sale. It's a little lunch pail.
Aww.
Yeah, Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty. I always have, always will. Hello Kitty forever. Here is my Hello Kitty. What do you call these things?
Funko Pop?
Funko Pops. John from Newfoundland or St. John's, New Brunswick. John, where are you from? Out east. He sent me. That's the Pride Hello Kitty. So I love Hello Kitty. So that's why that Hello Kitty's in there. You also know that even though maybe some companies aren't maybe the best makeup companies, they do make other things that are good. No, I'm trying to think. Is there a company whose makeup isn't always necessarily top notch? Is there a makeup company that I have possibly judged harshly, made fun of?
I can't think of one at all.
I'm trying to think if there is some makeup. Trixie Mattel Cosmetics. Let me just start by saying Trixie Mattel Cosmetics is fun. I love the company. I really do. But I wish she made better eyeshadows. That's all. That's my only problem. The one thing I have to say is this mirror, this heart-shaped mirror is fantastic for putting makeup on. Like, because it just really gives you that eye space. Like, it doesn't, there's no extra, you know what I mean? Like, the first time I used this mirror, I thought it was great. So much so that when her Planet Gay came out, I bought the other one. So here's the Trixie Mattel Planet Gay in green, gorgeous. This one's the Juno Birch one in the trans colors, but this is the Planet Gay. And and look at the box. It's just gorgeous with the little pink and green hearts. So that's the mirror. I wanted to have a mirror in the other box, and I had these two Trixie mirrors, and I wasn't using any. And then a couple months ago, I broke my mirror that I made from the dollar store. I just literally, I might as well have just thrown it across the room. It just seemed to just jump out of my hand and smash. And so I started using the Trixie one. Now, I have to say, I don't like to use branded stuff on my channel just because I don't want to necessarily give the impression that I'm easily bought. I am. Or a pushover, totally am. But I do like this mirror. And I thought, hey, I'm using stuff I like, so shut it. The other thing, because of that mirror, as you all know, I am a hooer for Trixie Mattel's Summer of Blush palette. I haven't, this isn't even open. It's completely sealed in bubble wrap. I can't even open it to show you. What is wrong with you today, Candace? I feel like I need an adult to distract you. Yeah, so this is, I thought I would team up in the other box, the Trixie mirror.
Nice.
So this blush is not in the other box with Hello Kitty. Is there a Hello Kitty blush? No, Hello Kitty didn't make one.
Oh.
ColourPop made one for them, and we don't like ColourPop, so there you go. So I'm just saying, so this is why they're different.
Okay.
I also would like to say, I just want to tease a couple of other things. Let me see. This is the packaging to keep stuff from moving around. I would like to say I have both have 3 palettes. 1, 2, 3. Which ones were they, Wilma? Well, it's a mystery. Well, it's a mystery. It's a mystery what they were. But I will tell you, one of these palettes is my favorite for drag.
Okay.
I have said it before. I'm saying it now. I contacted the owner of the company that makes this palette to let them know what I was doing.
Right.
And I said, I want to buy 2 for my subscribe, for this giveaway.
Yeah.
You know, can I get a 20%? They gave me 35% off.
Oh,
I was
amazing.
so good. They also gave me, I'm not showing any of this because it'll give it all away.
Right.
Whole bunch of eyelashes. Oh.
Ooh.
What kind? It's a mystery. Possibly a beauty blender. Well, it's a mystery. They're also in one of these is a water activated liner palette. They're expensive.
They are.
This is the best one on the market. Again, from a company I adore.
All right.
What else do we have? There's a couple. There's an e.l.f. product in here. There's a NYX product in here. There are some Juvia's Place products. One of them that I have, the eye primer. Excellent, excellent, excellent eye primer. There might be a makeup remover balm in here. You don't know. It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. Trying to get my
So there you go. I priced these things out individually. A lot of the things, like I priced them out, they're not on sale if they were on sale prices. And they both came up to just about $500 each.
Okay, well, yeah, so that's a significant.
Which I thought was like, that doesn't seem, and then I looked at like some of these little smaller items are like $10, $20 each, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's, and again, this is curated by me. I use these products. If I use a product and don't like it, I don't give it away. I throw it out. Like, I don't even want to tell you about it. You know, that's how I do. Candace, how much time do we have?
We kind of technically have 10 minutes left, but let's give ourselves 15 minutes.
All right. So I am going to try and let's do the 15-minute drag.
Yeah, 15-minute challenge.
I wanted to say, I saw the cast. See, this is why I don't like this white powder. Do you see how hard it is? It's really hard to wipe out.
Okay.
I don't mind it for the bake under the eyes because I put so much more powder on. But yeah, this is a problem I have with it. It's just a little too permanent. All right. Let me. I'm just going to quickly look.
Just a quick peek. Just a quick one.
Just wondering. God, this is Lethal Cosmetics. Teresa is dead as somebody I used to follow. I don't follow her anymore. She moved to Florida, and I don't know why. I just wasn't interested anymore. But this was her first palette. Lethal is Lethal is dead. Teresa is dead. I've rarely used it. I love that palette. I think. Should we just use this one, the old one? Let's use this one.
Do it.
All right. My favorite brush to put on eye makeup is a smudger. The smudgers are wide and flat. You heard me. So I'm going to start. I need to also say, Candace, that I used to do my makeup light to dark as well.
Okay.
I found with some shades, they have to go on light first. Like if you're using pinks, reds, oranges, they need to go on first because if you start with the black, all you'll have is black.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is for this makeup, I'm going to take, what's this called? Unpleasant Dreams, this lovely lavender. I'm just going to do, now because I did my contour up, I want to try and create this shadow here in the eye, and I'm creating a new eye socket. I'm going to do a round one. And then I'll wing it out with a liner if we have enough time. So this is me doing a quick makeup. 15 minutes. Now this is a very light color, and I'm using it as a transition color, so I don't care that it's not overly pigmented. But I have to say, for a pastel purple, this is really gorgeous. Also, I have to say, Chloe Demure got me into Unearthly. After they rebranded. I bought this on my own before, but their formula is fantastic.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of their Valentine palette, but you can't deny the quality. And the same with their summer mystery box. You can't deny the quality is spectacular. All right, so I used that. Yeah, so I'm going to use this blue here, this dark blue. This is a gorgeous. There's two. One's very denim-y. That's very denim-y. It's deader.
Right.
It's not as bright. This has a much more bright color to it, which I think will blend out into a nice color. And this is called Seance Weather. Seance Weather? Yeah. All right. So I want to create an eye socket. So one of the things is, like, I don't want to go up underneath here because you won't see it from the front. I like to look dead on and do it. And I want to create rounder eye socket.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and I'm going to come down into my nose contour a little. Now, do you see this? Michael Maruli, he does the same. He's got the same eye socket as I do because his looks like this too, and I hate that. Not on him, it's just on me. So this is the thing. After I do it, I have to kind of come back in and redraw this curve. There.
Right.
You see now it's not so weird. It doesn't come out on a weird angle. But yeah, so you want this up high on the bone so you see it. You heard me, on the bone. You missed that one, Candace.
Well, I got called out for being a little bit of a
No. I love it. I love it. No shame. We don't slut shame here. We don't innuendo shame.
Darcy wants to know how you're doing.
I'm doing great. I finished my physiotherapy. I graduated, as they say. I can walk upstairs. Not great, but I can. I went to Wilhelmina's and Jeffrey's for Thanksgiving, and they have steps. And one of the things I stopped doing when I was really starting to not do well was I stopped visiting them because they have stairs. So it was the first time I'd been over there in like 3 or 4 years. Okay, so there's that. I'm taking the brush that I did with the Unpleasant Dreams. I'm not putting anything on it, but I'm going to blend this out. And how I'm blending this out is I'm blending it actually into itself. I'm not going above this blue.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I just want it to dissipate where it is.
Right.
And it can come in too. Like it can come into the eye because I'm going to cover this. But yeah, so I'm doing well. I did a 2-minute walking test, and there's this hall, and like one is 30 yards, and I think the first time I did it, I could do 2 like there and back, and maybe 1 again.
Right.
And the last time I did 5. And so my therapist said that my mobility's improved by 60%. And then Candace, I was saying to Candace earlier how I don't. I have a small walker for the apartment because sometimes I just need the balance, but I actually haven't been using it much. I'll go into the kitchen and do something, and then I realize, oh, I've left the walker in there. I'm just going back over with more of this color just to bring it in to here. Blend this out a bit more now that it's kind of thinned. If I had put this purple in on that blue first, it would have just disappeared into the blue. But you see how that's fading it more? Yeah. Especially in the corner. I don't want it to be too severe here. And again, this can come quite down the nose because we're going to fix all this later anyway. And then I'm going to take this fluffy one. There always comes a time in the makeup, I don't know about you guys, where I just stop changing brushes. It's just the one brush. But this is where it is for me with this, because now that I blended those 2 colors, I don't mind that I have this darker one on here. And now I'm going to just try and just...
Sometimes I feel like I really would just like 50 of the exact same brush.
Yeah. But you wouldn't be wrong. A lot of people, I remember I sent Teresa Mulhern as a present 3 of the same brush because she said they were discontinuing them. And I think it was an American company that, like, it was easier for me to order them.
Right.
I'm now going to go into this denim-y blue, which is called, it's reflective. This is why I can't see it. I can't get the light on it. Jesus. Chloe was just saying on her channel, oh, this is called Movie Macabre. Chloe's just saying on her channel, why are these always so funny? I think 30 years ago, I don't think they were small. I'm going to the outer eye now. This is just a darker color. Can you see how much darker that is?
It is. Yeah.
So I'm just patting this in here on the outer V, as Erica Conger says. I think a lot of people say it. I just noticed that she says it. But I like to just really accent this darker outside. And I'm stamping this on. I am not being delicate or polite. Just putting it on exactly where I want it to be. I just also realized this is my hand. So if you can keep up on yourself. I have done stuff where I've gone to go, ooh, and I put this like black line in the middle of my face. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch.
Oh,
Oh, it's the worst. And especially if you're using these dark saturated colors. Sometimes that's one of the, that's one of the things with a lot of the shimmers. They don't do that as much. Like you
Right.
can blend it out a shimmer. All right, so I'm now just going to take. I know this will sound odd. No, I'm not going to take that blender. I'm taking a fresh blender. You heard me. I don't. Oh, this is Artitude.
Ooh, Artitude.
Hint. One of my favorite companies. They had a line of brushes that came out with their man-eater palette, and they are gorge. I'm going to take that lime color because it's beautiful, but it's got a shimmer in it. But I think I'm going to anyway.
Alrighty.
We're just going to take it like this. Just down here. Just down here. Oh, what's happening? Oh, not much. What are we doing? Oh, just adding. Oh, look what's happening. Oh, look at what's happening. And take a bit of that, blend it back that way. La la la. Just like that touch of green. All right. And then normally I would cut my crease, but we're doing this for time. So
we've got 10 minutes left.
Oh, really? Oh, we got more time than I thought.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Oh, I don't know. Just let me find it. Oh, I don't like that one. I don't like it. I can't. Oh, I think we found it.
Ooh.
All right. So in the Unearthly Halloween mystery box, this is the chilling quad. Shut your face. We're going to take Prey, Prey. It's a very, very shiny pink.
I really love that quad.
Yeah.
Love that palette, the color choices. I really like.
Yeah, all three of them I think are excellently curated. Like I have purples, but these are great purples. Like I'm not saying the others that I have aren't. I just realized I hadn't blended this here. I just wanted to let you know. So I'm taking the dark color that had the blues, and I'm just touch this out of my face with my brush, and I'm just going to blend this into this curve, just a little bit. See how it's a harsh line there, and you just want to just let it kind of find its moment. All right, so normally I would cut my crease. We don't have a lot of time. So instead, oh, I could have used this. This is another product that I love. It is the e.l.f. No Budge Cream Eyeshadow in white. This is a great thing for cutting a crease or redefining your eye. I'm going to leave this out. I'll use this a little later, but I'm just saying. Oh, I know what it is. I finished my glitter glue yesterday, and I have. This is so funny. I just have this. Oh, we'll use this. So I have this bag.
Whoa.
Here's an extra comb. I've got glue in here. I'm almost at the verge of ending my P. Louise eye primer. That's a new one ready to go. This is like my Shoppers Drug Mart bag. This is my. I just sometimes if there's a sale, I'll get a couple. Just put them there, and then I have them. So I was going to use the NYX, but BH Cosmetics made this. This is such a good product. I wish that they weren't done. This is their base booster. This was on sale for like $1, I think, when I bought it. But I think it's average $7. They still sell it on the website. It's just a white cream. I'm going to take my white brush that I used. I'm just wiping it off. But I'm going to cut my crease with this. It's not going to change my crease, but then I'm going to put glitter over it. I'm just going to put this all in here.
Stenosha.
I'm not putting this all the way over because I want that darkness on the side. And then I'm terrible at cutting creases. It takes me forever. I have to kind of do a little and then back and forth. But when I do this, somehow or another, it just mentally isn't as precise to me, so I don't worry it out.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta get into it the way you gotta get into it.
Yeah. We need an adult warning. Adult content. But I have to say, I love when you're here, Candace. So you be as filthy mouthed as you
I love
want.
being here.
Okay. Now, most of these things go on with a finger well. I'm not that person. Artitude Cosmetics just released or are releasing some silicone applicators. I have one myself that I got, I think on Amazon. They're horrible.
Oh, no.
These ones are. I'm just going to say, I know that Rux over at Artitude, she spent a lot of time on hers, and hers are great shape. She has one that's like a eyeliner, pencil, angled eyeliner.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait. But for me, this one here, I just feel like I have to scoop up the powder.
Oh, okay.
Whereas this is supposed to, I just think it's this applicator. I think it doesn't have any texture like a finger does. Because you're supposed to be able to pick it up like that.
Yeah.
And if I do that, I'm going to use the other side. I'm just going to do that. It doesn't pick up like that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So
okay.
it's just this one's disappointing. But I love the idea of it. But we're not playing today. So I'm going to use my finger.
Right. Chloe loved a comment.
Oh, God.
Rux is starting to make me waver on my restart of my no-buy collection.
I know. Has she released anything more to see? I think it's released today to sell at like 5 or something. Yeah.
Would that be related at all to the fairy light?
No, that's the Saints Angel Sinners palette.
Okay, well, Martha and Chloe were saying that that's some of their tops that they've been using lately.
I was actually talking to somebody online today who said that the Fairy Lights one, they're surprised at how much they use it. And I said, well, that's the thing about that palette. I think it's very easy to dismiss as like a summery, nude, like almost no makeup.
Right.
But it's very versatile. We all did, a bunch of us sassies, we all did a collab where we all did a look with that palette. And I'll tell you, I think 9 of us did it. And there were 9 different looks.
You know, I'm curious too. Like, Wilma, I know that you're not. I've heard a thing or two about how you feel about the Trixie Cosmetics eyeshadows. But I will say this, like, that's part of it too. Is like I see these things and I feel like the branding on it, like the art direction of some of these things are so gorgeous. But then I have to go, like, look at the actual eyeshadows though, Candace. Is this something you need, and is this the best version of it you need? Because I sort of recently she came out with the, I think it's Horse Girl palette, and I was like, some of these look nice, but it's also a lot of browns, and I'm like, but don't I have a lot of browns? Am I like full up with my browns?
There's a lot of browns out there. Let me just say, it's a lot of browns.
And do I need to really be exploring for more? I'm not sure that this is the time and place for it.
Right. Yeah, I'm not. I will say I'm not. I was on a no-buy this year, and the thing that's great about that is I really started realizing that a lot of the makeup that I bought, I kind of already had. And something that Chloe's done on her channel, for anyone who hasn't been over there, she does she's on a no-buy, but she still does a release of the stuff that she might have bought if she weren't on a no-buy.
Right.
Like, this is what caught my eye this week type of stuff. But then she also has done some palette recreations, dupes, like with her own collection.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so she's like, "Oh, I love the color story here. I bet you I could recreate that with what I have, kind of, more or less, you know."
That's really smart.
And that's the thing. I think people don't. There's this become this kind of consumer culture on YouTube where people they have to have the next thing, but they haven't even dented the first thing,
That makes a lot of sense.
and it frustrated me. And I realized, oh, I don't need to do this. Like, this is not how I need to do things. So I stopped, and one of the things that really was great from that was that I started using the makeup that I have.
Right.
You know, like hauling out all of these. I didn't realize I had this much Halloween makeup,
There.
but I do. Ooh, Beauty Moon Cosmetics, new company that I've come across. They're fantastic, British. I just so Tori, who owns Beauty Moon, one of our fabulous Sassy's staff from Not Your Basic Staff had this whole Instagram thing where her account was hacked, and then Instagram, you know, they closed, and it was horrible.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was trying to she didn't want to lose all of the stuff that she created with the original account, but when she tried to open another one, they thought it was the hackers trying to do something more, and oh, it just became awful. So Tori helped verify stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I thought that was so nice of her. Especially, you know, like, people don't need to do that. You know, we can all just sit there and go, "Oh, that's a shame for you," and move on with our lives, and nobody would think you're bad. But it's also, it doesn't take anything to help.
Oh, exactly.
And I thought that was so great of Tori that I wanted to support her channel, so I bought her Halloween mystery box bag, which I think is finished. But if you want to see what's in it, Chloe Demure did a video, and I'm excited for what's in it.
Oh, that's really cool. Chloe even says here that on her note, she was good for 7 months, but then Halloween kills me.
Yeah.
But back on it for the rest of the year and try again next year, but for birthday and monthly ice cream boxes. Yeah, I guess some of those subscription boxes.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I many years ago, I subscribed for a little bit to Ipsy Box, and I subscribed a little bit to Birchbox. They had something in Canada. But then I found, like, after a while, there was not enough in there that was appealing to me or that I was using. But I recently just saw, because I subscribed to Pat McGrath, and she's curating the next Ipsy box.
Oh.
But I still had to say to myself, yeah, it doesn't matter who's curating. You don't need any more stuff.
Yeah.
Back away.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll be. I won't be getting that. I
Well,
won't be getting that.
Yeah.
I've now put it out there into the universe. I cannot get that.
Yeah. One thing that I wish I had done during my no buy, which I might try and do this year, is I'm putting my eyeliner on without my mirror right in front of me so you can see my face. Normally I have my mirror right in front of me. That's why I'm kind of like, what's going on? I wish that I had said, oh, I want to buy that, not buy it, and take that money and put it in a jar.
Right.
Because I don't have any kind of like thing to show for not buying makeup for a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I would have done with that makeup money is I would have bought the P. Louise Advent calendar.
Oh, did you end up investing in an Advent calendar?
No, I can't afford them. Last year I bought one. What was great though was a really great Patreoner of mine, David Burkett. He's my makeup enabler. Some of my favorite makeup he sent me, and he sent me the Advent calendar, the little one. See, P. Louise does the big one, and they also have a little one. And the little one is great. Nothing wrong with the little one. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to set my black eyeshadow with a shiny eyeshadow black, which is from the Chucky one. It's got red in it. So what I did was I'm using an Artitude angled brush. And to keep the sparkles, hopefully, I just tap this in. I don't blend it. I just tap it to set it. So What was I just saying?
But you just tap it to say.
No, before that. Before.
Oh, I don't know. I was paying so much attention to you tapping.
I was talking about
Just
something.
tapping just said it.
Makeup.
Oh, advent calendars. I think.
Oh, yes.
Now that I'm thinking
So
about it,
I got
someone else
sent.
commented
Yeah.
on it.
So I got sent the advent calendar from David, but I had already ordered one because the little one was only like a third the price. It was so much more reasonable. So I sent it to Chloe because I didn't need two. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm just going to quickly try and put on some eyebrows. And then I'm going to show you quickly my contour.
Alrighty.
I'm just going to use, there is one angled brush that I live for my eyebrows.
Oh, thanks, Kyle. Kyle said he was happy that he's dropped in on this live.
Which Kyle? Oh, hey, Kyle.
Yes.
Are you done? Is he going?
No, I think he's just saying, well, I don't know, but he's happy he's here and I'm happy about that.
I'm going to take, I like to be hugged from the Chucky palette. It's just a very dark russety color. And normally I use a couple of colors for my eyebrows. I love this angled brush though because it does most of the work. Can you hear those pigeons?
I can hear them.
They're having sex on my balcony. Dirty pigeons.
Rodney Erickson says hi.
Hey, Rodney, how are you? Another makeup enabler. Yeah, this year's P. Louise Advent calendar, apparently, they're saying that none of the products in it they're all dedicated to the calendar. So they're apparently last year, and I have to say, in watching some people unbox the big one, there was a lot of filler, you know? And I was like, oh, that's not good. And so this year they kind of made a huge effort to kind of point out that they're full size, no samples, and everything in the box is unique to the calendar itself.
Well, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes if there's something like that you really want to try, or like the flagship whatever, I think like that would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I think with P. Louise, like there's a lot of stuff that they do. It's like it's not unique to them. I don't mean that in a bad way, but there are. I think there are products that they do like their eye base. If you don't have their primer, then yeah, you probably want to try it. But also, everyone's tried it. Do you know? Like, I mean, if you're the one person in the world who hasn't tried it, that's too bad. But it's also not that expensive. You can always just buy it. But I know what you're saying.
Rodney is saying that he and Michael are sending lots of love.
Lovely.
And always correct me if I ever get anyone's pronoun wrong. Please correct me. Mm-hmm. I live to learn and be respectful of all.
Yeah.
And Angela Whip It Out says this is their first live and they're loving it.
Oh, fabulous!
Really neat.
Normally, I have somebody else with me, and it's not just me talking about stupid things. But don't forget, everyone, to enter my contest.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not kidding. I think only 10 people have entered, and there's some really good things in there.
Yeah, so be sure to enter for the giveaway. The contest closes on the 30th, but the winners will be announced on the 31st. You should enter by subscribing to this YouTube channel, liking this video, and leave a comment on it. Enter me, Wilma. But that said, you know what? You can always send Wilma an email at the email handle I've got up on screen now. WilmaFingerDoo seriously at gmail.com. So, like Wilma said, we don't have a lot of entries yet, and Each one of those boxes is unique, and each one contains at least approximately like $500 worth of product.
I'm starting my contour in powder. I love this. This is the Juvia's Place. Another one of the companies I love. Their bronzer contour palettes. This is their darkest one. It's called the Deepest, Deep Dark. And I love this cool tone for contouring, this for bronzing, and I'll show you how it. So I'm just putting a line because I've done all of that shading already, right? So now I'm just putting this line down the edge of that shading. There, blend that out. Take a little, this is a pencil brush, but I like these for blending little lines because if you use anything too big, it'll overblend. I just want to take that harsh edge out of there. And then with the same little angle brush, this is from Artitude, the Man-Eater collection. Such a great, this is the most delicate little angled brush. I just love it. And because Rex does eyeliners, like they do have some great eye brushes. She really advocates for some really great design shapes. So. Yeah, if you haven't checked out, see, we should have had that website up. Jesus Christ.
Well,
No, I'm just not thinking. I'm sorry. I just feel badly that I'm not thinking to promote all these people that I like.
Let's look. This is practice cake.
Yeah.
This is still cake, and next time we're just gonna have an even better cake.
Yeah. So this is the Trixie Mattel. Oh, see, now do you see how this line looks like a separate line? I'm just gonna blend that in. I want it to kind of come right up into here. Take that blue brush.
Oh, some people are wondering if it's your birthday. No, it's not
No.
Wilma's birthday, but Wilma and I have the same birthday.
April 6th.
Yeah, April 6th is we used to have co-birthday people.
You know who's our birthday?
You name one and maybe I'll name one.
Paul Rudd, my sexy Hollywood boyfriend.
Paul Rudd is one of our also birthday co-people. Want to know who another co-person
Go ahead.
is who I love? Billy D. Williams.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I love him. Lando Calrissian.
Yep. Yep.
That's some good stuff.
So now I'm going to take, this is my MAC brush. I don't know where I got this. I think Misconception gave this to me. It's the only brush I have. I love it. It is so good. But this is an old MAC brush. I don't know what their brushes are like now. So now I'm going to take the bronzery color. Now, I was going to do more of a Halloween makeup, so I was going to go darker and more stark. But this is what I normally do for me is I take the bronzer up here, just onto the cheek, just to bronze up a lot of this area. Just bring that. I remember the first time I saw a drag queen do this to their face, and I thought, what are you doing, putting all that brown on? But I just want to warm up this area up here because it tends to get very dark. You want to put the bronzer more like up front. Like the cooler tone, which I'm going to use now, is the shadow. So with that back and this one forward. So now I'm going to take the darker one and I'm taking the same brush, pinching it. Very lightly.
Nice.
Show that.
Kat, happy birthday next week.
Whose birthday's next week?
Kat.
Oh, hey.
Kat Webb.
Nice.
So sorry, you were about to talk about your contour.
No, I'm just putting it just behind.
Right.
So it creates that sense of depth. Same with here. Just back in there. I don't like the darker anywhere else. It doesn't really need to go anywhere else.
Right.
But sometimes, like I feel like sometimes if you darken just under your nose, it shortens it right up. It's
Right.
nice.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then this is the blush palette that I have from P. Louise. It is from one of the budget boxes. These three colors, this is more salmony and this pink and then a purple. So let me show you how these work. This is my blush brush. I just washed this, so it's a little stiff, from the Man-Eater collection from Artitude. So funny, I love these brushes. I start putting brushes into my collection, and there's no real, they're all, the heads are sticking up. I always just grab them by the head, but it's amazing how many I grab that are from Artitude. So I'm going to go in with the pink. And again, I always start back and push the color forward because you can't really, you don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I also like to do the smile, because if you do this over that smile, the makeup won't go everywhere. It'll just go on the height of that bump.
Cool. Well, T. Kansas is also saying it's their birthday in November 3rd. So
Happy birthday
for you too. So I just
Sagittarians.
Scorpio.
Oh, pardon me.
They are Scorpio, and I know that because my partner is a Scorpio, and Scorpios are a water sign.
Yes.
And we're Aries, so we're a fire sign. So I like to think together we make steam.
Ooh. So after I've gotten the main color on, I do like to get it into here. Like, I don't know why. I just don't like a stark cheek. Also, Diana Vreeland, she used to put her blush, because it's very Asian, have your blush up on your ears and into your temples. Boy George in the 80s used to do his blush way up into his temples. It was just just the style. Now I'm going to take the purple and again pitch the brush, and then back here. I don't want this to go. I'm just creating that depth.
Nice.
And then you can, once you kind of have it off the brush, you can start to just bring it where you want. But you see how that's a high cheekbone now?
Ooh.
I don't normally do my cheeks like this, so it's a hard expression to hold all day. And again, I'm just going to put just a little there. Now, here's the other thing I like to do. The coral, I like to put that on here, and I like to use that to warm up my forehead a little. Because sometimes I feel like as a drag queen, the makeup can be a little harsh. I like to just bring that warmth back. Like here, like I'm up way above the chin line, but this is the skin tone. I'd like to get some of that whiter areas out. And the coral doesn't fight with these blushes. So now, again, my favorite powder brush, the P. Louise one. So I'm just doing this here. This is how I do my highlighter. I am using the Unearthly Cosmetics Halloween Mystery Box from last year highlighter. And I like to do this with the setting spray. This is Rude Cosmetics. This is a great setting spray. I'm very impressed. Just do one side first. Take my highlighter brush while it's still wet. I'm going to take the chilling one, which is the purple and white one first. Oh, I love these. These highlighters have a bit of sparkle in them, which I am okay with. A little bit of this on the other side.
Oh, we were just being asked if do Canadians celebrate Halloween?
Oh yeah.
And we do, and we have trick or treating.
Yep.
Yeah, pumpkin carving.
Yep.
Yeah, that's yes. I don't know if I asked to say.
I'm also now using the Thirst highlighter, the orange one here. It's actually got quite a lot of pink in it. I love this. Unearthly did a summer mystery box, and in the big one, you got a highlighter that was more coral, and in the smaller one, you got a highlighter two-tone, both of them, that was pink. Oh my god, the pink, the little one. Oh, I wanted that so bad. I could almost vomit. It was so beautiful. But it wasn't worth, for me anyway, it wasn't worth like buying it. You know what I mean? Like, as nice as it was. There's also, I don't know why some people do this. I'm going to do it now. I'm actually not going to use that. I'm going to go in with the creepy crawly, which is the green one, which comes up a little more gold. We're just going to put it here. Just in there. I don't know why people do this, but you go through all the trouble of contouring your temple, and then they put highlighter there. Also, Christopher Sache from Drag Race UK 4, she, on her face, she did like a little highlight that just made her whole forehead just look like a plate.
Oh, wow.
I have a lot of lines on my forehead, so I can't do a lot of that, but I do like to do that just for light.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and now I am going to take this fabulous man-eater angled brush from Rux, and I'm going to go into the Scooby-Doo palette, and I'm just going to get this gorgeous dark blue here. Just going to do my under eye. I like to go to the lowest part on my eye. This is for me anyway. And then I like to come straight across from there.
T. Kansas wants you to know that you look stunning.
Oh, thank you. See how I do that? Because I feel like Sylvester Stallone. My eye is a little low here and a little high in the middle. So I like to bring my eye down a little. And this is why I like the art of drag. Changing your face up and blocking an eyebrow and then washing it all off, and you're completely unrecognizable. I don't disparage queens that have work done and stuff. I get it. If you're a professional queen, it's like shaving your eyebrows. You're trying to make your day easier. I get it.
Oh, yeah, it's for your work.
I'm not judging, but it breaks my heart a little that with all of these new elements of drag, we're losing some of the original techniques and things.
So Martha wants to know if you're going anywhere today with your masterpiece of a face. At least go out and find some children to yell at.
Well, I think that Candace and I are going to waddle down to the Halloween market.
Yeah, there's a queer Halloween market today.
At the 519.
Yeah.
Ugh, my nose is running. All right. What am I going to do for lipstick, Candace? Candace?
Well, I don't know. Like, can I say maybe something in a purple or a plum or a violet? Ooh, look at that!
Unearthly. I have to say, I don't like odd colored lipstick.
Right.
I like this purple.
Oh, nice. And this Halloween, I also just want to say I hope everyone's family is well. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everything is good where you are in your part of the world. And if it's not, I hope it's good very soon.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, we all need to be out there looking out for each other. If we see some things that are not good, we have to be out there and interrupting it. Our friends are out there counting on us.
Yeah, it's so, there's been so much going on and so many different people that I know that are either, their family's Israeli or Palestinian or whatever. And oh God, it's breaking my heart because it's just people are in pain. People are
Yeah.
like the people. I'm not talking about the governments.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about those people. I'm the people. I'm using a black eyeliner to line this lip.
Oh, that's so smart. And I just want to be sure that, yeah, and you know, Wilma, I hear you, and we're here for you. We're here to bring light. We're here to bring happiness and good times. I also want to say that, like, I know for myself, and I want to say, you know, for Wilma can speak for herself as well. Like, we just really care about everyone out there, and you know, if you see something, you know, in front of you, anti-Semitic, interrupt it. Islamophobic, interrupt it. You know, anti-queer, interrupt it to the best you can, and but remembering to always stay safe. Stay safe. Love you. That's my TED talk, everyone. Just you know, want everyone to feel that love.
Yeah.
I really love this technique, Wilma, that you're doing.
Now, what I would do normally is go over this on the outside with my shade stick in the skin tone just to correct a lot of this wonky lipstick, but it's not that bad. But I'm just gonna. Yeah, I want to say, like, I don't understand what's going on in the Middle East. But I'm not Israeli. I'm not Palestinian. I don't have an opinion on it because I don't understand it.
Yeah, I totally.
And I don't want to tell people how to live their lives. And it was Hamas that really caused all this trouble.
I just want everyone to be safe. That's
Yeah.
really what I want. I want people to be able to not live in fear.
Yeah. Ugh, I'm just making this worse and worse and worse, Candace.
And quit while you're ahead, doll.
I'm just trying to balance it because I had the big gay owl mouth. It was just a little weird.
What's left to do, Wilma?
Well, I was going to say. Oh, I wonder if. Normally, what I like to do with a lipstick is put some shimmer on it. And in the morbidly glamorous,
Oh, nice.
hauntingly glamorous. This shade right here is a duochrome. It is called Lily, and it goes on white, but it reflects purple and green. So I'm going to put that on my lip, just at the bottom.
Nice. And is that a blue multi-chrome?
Yeah, look at that.
Nice. Orange. I think Pais called it that it was a blue multi-chrome.
Yeah.
Good on ya.
All right. I'm going to throw on this is the wig I'm going to wear today, just because it's so bright. But I have to put on my eyelashes still.
Oh my gosh, orange. Ooh, Stenosha.
Glamour. Yeah, so the eyelashes, I make my own. I kind of just Frankenstein some together. And then I use Weave Bond. And you're not supposed to use this on your eyes. And I know why, because it's silicone glue, but it's also, drag queen lashes are so big that regular eyelash glue couldn't possibly hold them onto your face. Do you know what I mean? Like there's just no way. So, you know, the other thing is, as a drag queen, I don't put these right on my eyelash line.
Oh, okay.
They do not have to go anywhere near my eyelash line. I put them up a little bit, especially out here. I like them to follow the line I've drawn on my face. Because if I put them on my eye, they'll be droopy. Right? So So I put them on, I fit them, I'll show you how I do it.
Show me.
And then, ugh, ugh. The best thing about silicone glue is you get it on your hands, but you can literally, it just cut balls off. Like it,
You know, it does fall off.
you heard me. You heard me. All right. So, okay.
Oh, Martha, thank you so much for the tipper due. That's
Oh,
so
Martha.
generous.
Was it Martha Anastasia or Martha
It
Grenwald?
was Martha Anastasia.
She's fabulous. She's the fabulous person who sent me that Trixie doll that's behind you.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, it's gorge.
So I'm just sitting this above my eyelash line and then up a little here, up higher than it would normally go. And then I take my fabulous hairdryer on cold and I do this. Come back down on this side a little. Every time perfect. Watch, I'll do the next one.
Ooh, do the next one. Do the next one. Oh.
So I put it close to my eye line down here and then up a little higher on this side. So it gives me that snatched eye. And then after you do all that, this is the trick to it. After you do all that, you got to go in with black and kind of fill in above your eye line.
Nice. Chloe loves your wig, by the way.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I have a couple of flowers I might pin here. I don't know. I just did a wig for my next review. I can't wait. I took that Carl Brown course, and the wig is gorgeous. I've been having such trouble with wigs. But this is a wig that Carlotta Carlisle inspired for me. Actually, you know who inspired it was Michelle Visage. One drag race, she wore her hair kind of like this, and I loved it, like a big Chelsea bun on top. But this is two wigs. So this wig is on backwards. There's the front.
Oh, nice.
That's the front.
Oh,
So to style this, I put this wig on and pulled the whole thing forward and into an elastic. And then the elastic's up, and I think that this part's the original wig. And then these is another wig, exact same wig, split sideways, and then I just filled it in.
Really good.
Yeah. So it's just a great way to kind of use up a shitty wig or a wig that's on the way out. But there you go. What time is it? Did I make it in 15 minutes?
No,
No.
you're about 40 minutes over. But that's okay.
Oh, no.
But you know what? I feel like if I hadn't said we have 15 minutes, who knows who Almond could have been.
Yeah. This shimmer from no, I got this one from the lethal one, from the purple lethal. On the lid. This is stunning.
It's really good. I love that palette.
Yeah, this is cute. Yeah. Now, mind you, though, I used mostly everything from this palette.
Yes.
And then we used a little highlighter from here. And we used a couple of shades from the Scooby-Doo. And, of course, the purple lipstick from Unearthly, which I love the purple and I love the green. I'm not a huge fan of odd-colored lipsticks, especially on me. I just don't, I don't know what it is. I'm just not used to seeing it, I think, is what the big problem is. But I love this purple, and the green is just gorgeous. It's a blue green.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I quite like that green. So, oh, here's my super color. So here's the white super color. And I'll just show you very quickly how I would use this, because I didn't use it. So I would take a little.
Oh, show us. Make sure we can see the product.
So I'm taking this and I'm just putting it on this little brush.
Nice.
And you can, I just like to make sure that it's not too much. And so I want to whiten my eye, so I'm going to clean it up. So in here, and you have to stamp it and then wipe it off, because you're just going to transfer black everywhere.
Right.
And then out here, And then you can set this with highlighter. One of my favorite highlighters that I have is one of the first ones I ever got from Be Perfect, and it's this one.
Oh
And
yeah.
I have so much. I don't know why this won't die. I still have not hit pan. I use this every time I do a face because I just take it like this, and it just gives me that sparkle. I don't know if it's showing up, but I see it,
Ooh.
and then I like to take that as well, just into the corner. It helps if you do it on a brush, I think. And then again, because this is a neutral, it's just sparkly, so it'll go over anything. So just a little highlighter on the eyebrow.
Oh, Martha Anastasia is saying, Wilma, don't forget the perfume.
Oh, you can't forget the perfume. Oh, I have to stretch for it.
Ooh. Ooh,
Hold on.
perfume stretch. Now is when we do the perfume stretch. Gorge. Ooh.
I'll go from this side because this side's white.
Oh, nice.
But you see the difference that the white does make?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Martha Anastasia sent me this along with the Trixie doll. This is Judy perfume, Parfum de Judy.
Oh, nice.
It's the company that makes it, Garland, I think it's. No, that's the company that Vincenzo. Oh, it's a Garland fragrance by Vincenzo Spinato.
Oh, nice.
This is really pretty. It has a. It starts off with a floral scent, and then it kind of goes a little more earthy. But I quite like this. Is a little bit of me. This perfume. Can you smell it, Candace?
Not yet.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I hope I didn't ask if you were smell sensitive, but yeah, I've worn this a few times. I quite like it. So let me just put some more white on here as we wrap up. So there you go. That was a quick face, but those were a couple of drag tips. I hope they helped.
Oh, I'm getting the scent now. I really like the bottom notes.
Yeah, it's very bright, but it's got some nice grounding tones. I think I might have put a little too much in.
What's a little spritz between friends?
Yeah.
Stenosha.
Yeah. And then like this is the kind of thing where that kind of white, you put it up here, you put it in here. That little touch of white just punches stuff. You know, also like if you put white like into areas
I love that.
of your face where light would hit it.
Yeah, I love that.
You know what I mean? Like so up here in the middle of your forehead, this is the spotlight highlight where you just kind of create like this area that the light would hit. And that, I don't know what his name is, Scott Barnes?
Scott Barnes, right.
Makeup artist who did the Kardashian, or J-Lo. He developed this look and then made it famous with J-Lo, but it was his style. He was doing this on women runways,
Right.
you know, and it was the contouring and the lights and shadows because people weren't using those colors like that.
Yeah.
And he was. Yeah, I love that. Oh, it's going to wear a whole other outfit, but it's all right. We're done. Well, I would like to thank you all for joining Candace and myself on behalf of. Oh, I haven't spoken.
Nice. Ooh, final touches.
I just love this. This is the Shine Control from Rude. I bought two. They had a sale a while back. I'm not a huge fan of their eye makeup. It's not that it's bad at all. It's really good, but it's just not. The palettes I've tried aren't as pigmented as I need them to be. And then the couple of palettes that I would buy, I really already have in other companies. So I don't want to, you know, there's no need for me to have 12 of the same palette. So I constantly check their site out for other things, but I really do love their gel liner. They have a whole series of these cosmetic paints. Oh, I can't even find them. They're like P. Louise. They're colored, and there's a whole rainbow of them, and those are excellent. They have They have everything from eyelashes and lip gloss and lip scrub. I don't know if they do skincare, but they are an excellent, affordable alternative, I think, to something like ColourPop or I don't know, because they don't have the urgency of fast
Right.
makeup,
Yeah.
but they're current and they've got a lot of stuff. And when they release stuff, in my opinion, I stopped listening to ColourPop because it was all the time. Whereas with Rude, it's like I'll get an email from them. Maybe it's a week since I had an email from them, or 2 weeks, but it's like, oh, I wonder what they're releasing. You know, I'm actually interested. So they're a company that I keep my eye on. One day I will buy I bought a palette from them. I ended up giving it to Wilhelmina just because it was a lot of neutral tones that I thought Wilhelmina could do a lot of contouring with, but I already have the Beauty Bay Nude palette. Thanks, having brain farts. Oh my God, who's my makeup enabler? B. So terrible. I'm having these.
Michael.
David Burkett. David Burkett sent me the nude palette from Beauty Bay, and I use that a lot for especially like excessive contouring because it's excellent. But yeah, so yeah, I think that Rude Cosmetic, if you're looking for a company to try and you haven't seen them, give them a look. They're at least, there's something there for everyone. I really like. They, I think, have some of the biggest eyelashes that are just regular, except I think it was Rux from Artitude. Somebody just released some eyelashes. They were huge. Like, it was nice to see. So because normally, like, this is an eyelash on a person. That does nothing for me. It'll barely even show up on my bottom line. You know what I mean? Like it's just so it's definitely a hard thing. That's why I make my own. You really, because once you get all that makeup on, you need the eyelash to balance it all out. Also, eyelashes and glitter will hide all the mistakes.
So were there any final touches
No, I am not doing another thing.
Okay.
Would I do something else to my face at this stage? Just regret using that white powder on my forehead. I always put it on my forehead and I always regret it. I'm just really trying to use it up.
Awesome.
But short of that, jewelry, obviously. Oh, I was going to wear, Martha sent me these gorgeous little earrings that I wore the other day. They were right here, and I'm sure I've moved them. Little rhinestone skeletons. They're so cute. I was going to wear them, and now I don't know. They were right here a second ago. But any other touches? I would have done my neck contouring in that differently. I would have brought it around my neck because my hair's up. Normally, I have my hair down, so I don't worry about the back of my neck. But short of that, I don't think I would do anything else. But I think that's about it for the look. And the nice thing with makeup and wigs, so you put a wig on and maybe it doesn't suit the makeup you just did. Well, you have more than one.
Should we put the giveaway one more time
yes.
before we close out?
So if you have not entered my giveaway for your chance to win the Wilma Finger Do first ever 2 mystery boxes, all you have to do is just in the messages, in the comments, just say you want to be entered. Or just, even if you just say, hey, I'll enter you. If you've made a comment today, I'm entering you in the contest there. How's that sound? But if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. I mean, here's the thing. I'm saying this because it's alive, and there's probably, how many people are watching? 18. Oh, 18. Pardon me. Thank you all for watching, by the way. But I have been floating around 8,500 subscribers for the last 2 years. And I do not say that glibly or gratefully. I'm thrilled that I have that many. But it's also been like that for the last 2 years. And I keep thinking, what am I doing wrong? I'm not doing something. But if you enjoy the Wilma Finger Do review and you are subscribed, then thank you so very much. Now spread the word. Why don't you get a friend in? maybe we can do a drinking video, a drinking game with the video where take a shot when I say seriously. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. I don't want to judge it. But I would love to see 1,500 people new to subscribe to the Finger Do review by the end of this year. I think that's doable, but at the same time, I do not hold anyone else responsible for that. like that non-build of a number than myself. I do try and get my videos out timely. It doesn't always happen. I'm old. I don't care. I also do try and have eclectic stuff that's ready to go. I have a new series called Wilma's Makeup Party where I put makeup on somebody as I interview them. And I have been sitting on my first interview for a month, trying to edit it and get it on. And I wanted it for Halloween. I might still push and get it done. But I do have other stuff coming down the pike. Candace and I have already started talking about a new series for That's So Wilma, where I show you how to make clothes for yourself. Yeah. And short of that, I don't know if there's anything you do not see on my channel. Let me know. I want to reiterate, I am never, ever, ever going to badmouth anybody. I might have an opinion about a queen that I review on Drag Race, but I'm not going to have a grudge channel or a trash channel or a diss channel. I don't think that helps anyone in the world. And I don't encourage other people to do that. That's why I have an email. If you want to say something really horrible, email me. I'm not saying I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to see it. And short of that, I think that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And what else do you need to do? There are links in the, not this, just, I don't know if I put them in this. I like that. But normally I would say there are links in the description box for ways to support this channel, but I really do want to support you this time. So please, please make sure that you enter my giveaway. Yeah. I have 2 more days of this. I'll be plugging it on Instagram and such. And I'll be announcing the winners on the 31st, which I think is Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. All right, then. Until next week, happy Halloween. Be healthy, be happy, and be me. Bye.